which is a very painful program, fraught with loads of challenges, loads of problems. And the minister here managed to lead us. I could see her aging with time. She was young when she started, but she's growing old now. But thank you very much. I thought we should just recognize the effort that you have given to this program of government. Our executive mayor, brand new, thank you very much for sharing this time with us, and deputy mayor. I'm sure at the end of the meeting we're going to declare how much we have in our pockets so that we move with speed. And I'm looking at the mayor, I'm looking at your pocket, I'm looking at Minister Titiza, I'm looking at Minister Bai, and everyone. Because what the people here want is for us to increase the pace. I can see some of the folks here are old, and that's an indication from our side as government that we must up our game. We must move a bit faster. And that we should do. Members of the provincial legislature of the Western Cape, members of the National Assembly, Honorable Hendricks, you are the one who caused this meeting to happen. And we promise that as the IMC, we will come, and we are here with you. Now, to the claimants, Honorable Hendricks asked a question in Parliament about District 6, and he raised all sorts of problems. And he was asking me that question. And I said, no, Honorable Hendricks, I'll go to District 6 to go and hear for myself. And we kept our promise. Here we are. To the claimants, thank you very much. To see you, can see some smile in your face, but there are certain questions that are unresolved. But the smile that I've seen in your face today, in the morning, it's good to me. I'm happy. That means there's work that has been done, and you can see for yourself, you appreciate it, but there's still more work to be done. And we're going to walk this journey with yourself. Our officials, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are meeting today, this morning, in this historical piece of land, District 6, under the Table Mountain, a very beautiful view, as part of our presidential land reform program. The IMC on land reform decided to conduct this oversight visit. Well, at the request of Honorable Hendricks, to visit this District 6 development project so that we can assess for ourselves progress that has been made thus far in the restitution process. Our overall mandate as the IMC on land reform is to coordinate and implement measures to accelerate the redistribution of land. This includes working with all affected partners and communities in resolving all their claims. It's not an easy exercise. That is perhaps the important part of why we are here in the Western Cape today, so that we can interact with you and hear firsthand the concerns and challenges of the District 6 land claimant from the beneficiaries themselves. From what I've gathered this morning, I could see that a lot of problems have been resolved. And I'm quite happy about that. To those families who were forcibly removed from this area at the beginning of the 20th century, when forced removals and marginalization of affected communities took effect, we're saying to those communities, one day your dignity will be restored. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 mile. I think we've covered some distance. I'm aware that we've lost some of the claimants along the way. But we can assure you that we are going to reach our final destination. I'm happy that today we are going to allow this discussion to happen. I want to believe that it's going to be carried out in a very dignified, forward-looking manner, so that we can up our pace to try and complete this project. Finally, to the government representatives that are here, the mayor and the deputy mayor, I'm sure we'll need the provincial government in the midst in order for us to move a bit faster with this project. To the departments of national government that are here, I think we must recommit ourselves to move a bit faster. This is the general outcry that 20 years down the line, we're still grappling with this project. I think that is the essence of the outcry. So there should be a recommitment in terms of availing the necessary resources to be able to move forward. I want to in front of the claimants, request the leader of this project, the municipality, the metro. Are we able to put money, commit money to this project. Honorable, Your Worship, the Mayor, are you able to commit? Mayor say, come.
I'm not saying anything about height. Mr. Deputy President, that is a very, very sneaky means of negotiation. That is negotiation by gun to the head, huh?
Yes.
I said earlier that it's the miracles are the bishop's terrain, not the mayor's. But the commitment that I make is that, and I hope that this is the commitment from every one of us. Dalrad is the developer here, the lead department. We play a role with planning and safety, and all of us, I hope, will commit that every single obstacle that we can remove, we will remove to make sure that this goes as quickly as possible. And even while I have been sitting here, the Dalrad team have already been SMSing me to say, can they set up the first meeting? So we will do that.
No, the mayor has not answered my question. He's a politician, you see. But thank you very much for that commitment. I'm sure you're going to spend 1 or 2 cents in the project going forward. But standing here, we can't quantify exactly how much. Yeah, he's not looking at me very nice. Minister Tisdis, how much have you committed?
Mr. President, I may not give you the exact figure, but we committed that all the 954 units we will complete. When we had given ourselves 3 years, but with the disruption of COVID, I think instead of finishing by 2024, we might go to an outer year 2025. And part of it, the assistance we will be given by the mayor as well as the arts and culture unit, because this is a site that is a heritage. So when excavation happens, there must always be archaeologists on site to make sure that we do not destroy the artifacts that are of value to District 6. So that takes a bit longer than any normal construction that you do anyway. But the plans, as you know, those were completed actually when Mr. Al-Shamaa was still alive. We had already completed that process. We had given the court, you know, exactly the plans and the designs which had been consulted with yourself. And you remember our last meeting in 2020 when we met at the museum looking at the plans, and there was some discussion. The reference group wanted to have with us, which indeed we had. So, David President, for us, really, if it was not for the disruption of COVID, we would have moved far with the construction.
Thank you very much, Minister, for that report. Good progress. 954, quite a big number. And I'm happy that in a space of 3 years, we'll be in a position to complete it. And I'm sure you will accept this commitment. We're making this commitment. We're going to come exactly with the timelines, but it will be within that space And I'm sure the minister, for this coming financial year, they've budgeted money to continue with the construction. Now, I'm roping one other minister to put money. One other minister. Minister Kupai, please, I'm relying on you.
From outside, we can look at the bulk infrastructure still extension.
Yes.
We do provide the USDP, which is a development grant to the city of Cape Town. We can ring fence specifically for the District 6. Fortunately, I do sign off the business plan for city of Cape Town. So by the time Mayor I sign, we could agree on the amount that we can allocate to the District 6 for bulk, where there's extension of this area.
Additional.
No, you should keep quiet. You didn't answer me.
It's easy to correct because sometimes they won't spend.
Okay.
And I'm doing now, there's quite a number of electors that have not spent. As we speak, we currently redirect the money.
Yes.
And we a report by Friday to the President to say this is amount we are putting aside as the current development. Specifically for BAC. Secondly, in terms of our grants, where we do, like Minister Mabuza said, because we've been working together, we are able to, from our grants, in terms of our location, we can be able to do that. What we have started now is to try and do things in terms of priorities. So sometimes to find that we say this is what we're doing, and the city prioritizes, so we will do things for this so that the money comes directly from the government. To get that definitely in terms of amount, by
Thank you, Minister. Quite encouraging.
Thank you, Deputy President. From the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure has got to do with the land. And there were land swaps. So the land from CPUT to the Department of Rural Development was completed in November of 2020. Then the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure had to transfer land to CPUT, land that is more closer and within the confines of the university. And on the 13th of May 2021, DPWI gave the power of attorney. We signed all the documents, and CPUT appointed a conveyancer to transfer the land. So if they are here today, Deputy President, I think CPUT must tell us how far are they with the conveyancer that they have appointed to conclude the process of transfer. So that is as far as the land is concerned. I do know that, you know, there might be at a later stage, we might get some more claimants coming forward, and many have been asking that in the event there's another open window for people that have missed the 1998 deadline, will there still be land left in District 6? But we are working closely with the Department of Rural Development on all the land issues, and I will certainly take it up with CPUT so that we know exactly the hectares of land available for the restitution purposes, and we will be able to report to you in next week once we have met with the CPUT exactly when the process will be done. Thank you, Deputy President.
Thank you. I'm sure, Mayor, you'll be able to also acquaint yourself with the piece of land that we're talking about. and probably make sure that there's land available, working with the Department of Public Works, Agriculture, Land Reform, to ensure that there's land available as we move with this project. Thank you very much, ministers and Mayor, thank you very much. To our claimant, this is a commitment that we're making as government. Just to assure you, these men and women, I know them, I've worked with them. There is no sense or element of doubt in what they are committing here today. And I'm happy that they were able to come together, irregardless of their political party affiliations and all that. They're in one room, they're focusing in this project. This is very good. Very, very good. This will give the claimants an assurance that government in its entirety will respond. We're quite aware of the pain that you have suffered all these years. You have been waiting for your dignity to be restored for a long time. That we know. When we look at you in your eyes, we can see the pain. And we can feel it. But we are here to say we are not going to abandon you until your dignity as a people is restored. Well, we won't be able to restore everything. Certain elements of your life, we have lost it. But we'll be able to take you back in the space where you were, your ancestors were, but things have changed. It's no longer the District 6 that you know. It's something else. I hope you will find a way to reconstruct, pick up the pieces socially to make this place a livable space. For your children, for generations to come, walk this way with government. To Honorable Hendricks, this is the commitment we're making in front of you, that this is what is going to happen. And I can tell you, it's going to happen. Land will be available, and I don't want this family to be scattered all over. At least they should be neighbors. You see, they should not be far from each other. They should be neighbors. As we find land, Minister Tilil, it should be in the neighborhood so that they can walk and visit one another. I saw some places where you can come together, have your own meeting, but there are a lot of stairs in these houses. Have you seen them? Have you seen the stairs? Yeah, you must walk the stairs. Yeah, it will keep you fit. You move up and down every day, it will keep you fit and going. So I like the style. They've got very beautiful houses, flats, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy them. Some are going to be going into their flats as we live today. What a milestone. 1 or 2 people will receive their houses. How many are going to receive their houses? How many? Today, I saw 3 people signing. And others will sign after this. You can get into your house. Go find a bed and something else and put some curtains. Get into your house. Get into your house. And before you leave here, those who have signed in front of me, they should demand their keys. Is that correct? The representative from government, is that correct? Is that correct? Siyawathola Matya, or getting the keys. Thank you very much. I'm very happy. Well, I know that there's a lot that must be done, but we should acknowledge and be happy with what we've achieved. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Minister Dilil. Thank you very much. Siyabonga, Deputy President.
We come out of that. Deputy President David Mabuza, in his capacity as the chairperson of the Inter-Ministerial Committee on Land Reform and Agriculture, on an oversight visit to the District 6 development project, saying government is recommitting itself to move faster in the issue of the District 6 commitment to claimants, but can't quantify at this stage. The Inter-Ministerial Committee coordinates and implements measures to accelerate the redistribution of land and also deal with the provision of agricultural support and the redress of spatial inequality within a land distribution and agricultural development program. Mayor Gordon Hill was coming there saying matters of miracles are for the church ministers, making a quip there in response to just being called up unannounced, but also talking about the progress in the project, saying progress in the project will be dealt with within what is possible. The Minister of Land and Agriculture, Togo Tediza, says they've committed to finish 954 units. Didn't quite get what the Minister of Housing, Minister Kubayi, was saying. The audio not so great there, but I'm sure Lulama will update us on this part. But the Minister of Public Works, Patricia de Lille, also giving an update on the process of land transfers, saying some have been done and others are underway, and issues and conversations with land was ongoing with the claimants. She says there's still another open window for claimants who have missed previous deadlines. Of course, we'll talk to Lulama earlier to give us a bigger picture of what was discussed. Let's take a look at your weather prospects now.